Hello and good morning and welcome back to the live session. My name is Vishal Manuja, owner and director at Networth Immigration Solution. This is a live session we have every Friday and this is 11 a.m. right now in Canada and in India 8:30 p.m. Welcome back to the show. Last Friday, sorry we missed out on this live show unfortunately because of some unavoidable circumstances. It was not possible to come live and have the live show. So sorry for the inconvenience. Yes, this this Friday we will be having a show and we will be going over what has happened in the last 2 weeks in immigration, and definitely we will get time to get your questions posted into the comment section. I'll try to answer them. Maybe this time is also not a we don't have a big show or big time for 30 to 40 minutes as it was just because of some health issues. So, but definitely I'll try to keep the live show as much lively and definitely try to answer all the questions which are posted while I'm online and updating you on what we had in the last couple of weeks. So there were not too many draws. We will not be talking too much about the draws in this show. There were hardly one or two PNP draw or one express entry draw. We will be discussing about that. We will be discussing about what will be the express entry time processing time once it's launched in July 2022. IRCC has announced that there will be a certain processing time for the new application, which will be accepted starting from July 2022. We will be discussing about that. We will be discussing about BC. British Columbia had its one of the draw. We will be discussing about that. We do have an update for international students who are onshore and who are looking for admissions for fall 2022. We have seats available. We will be discussing more about that in detail. May 2022 is already closed, so there are no more seats available for onshore students, but there are a lot of seats available for fall 2022. We will be discussing more in detail about that too. Then we will be discussing about, and not a good news at all, about the backlog, which is still going, increasing, and now it is beyond 2.1 million applications. We will be discussing about that, how IRCC is planning to reduce that backlog, what steps they will be taking so that the normal processing time is being achieved as soon as possible. We will be discussing more about that in detail. So let us start out with the first express entry draw which we had, which was held on 11th of November. The draw invited, it was a PNP draw, so the people who were invited were 545. There are limited people who were invited under this draw, and the minimum score they required to be invited under this draw was 753. So yeah, if you were scoring 753 in the express entry pool, you might have got an invite. If you have already got your provincial nominee approved, you've already got your 600 point into the system, those are the only people who are invited who have already got one or the other provincial nominee program approved. They have got an extra 600 points into the express entry, and now these were the people who were invited. And as I said, it was around 550 approximately people, 545 to be exact, and the minimum score required was 753. Now, this is one of the draw which has never stopped. We have seen CEC being stopped from last 7-8 months. We have seen express entry federal skilled worker no draw been held from last more than 1.5 years now approximately, and still no draw been held. But this is provincial nominee program draw through express entry is the only express entry draw which has not stopped, or there have been regular draw been held under this stream from even through the pandemic and after the pandemic. I think this is the only draw through express entry which is still continuous. Every fortnight, after every 2 weeks, this draw has still been held, and people are invited under this draw to submit their PR application. Now, there are a lot of questions when clients ask how much will be the processing time now for the express entry application to be processed for those people who have been invited under this draw. So the answer to them is a normal processing time. Pre-pandemic, if we talk about, was 6 months, but right now, yes, it is taking longer than that. It may even take you up to a year before you get a decision on your application, but that's what the situation is right now. And again, nothing much we can do about it. But yes, once you're invited, once you submit your application, you have 60 days now to submit your application under this draw. Once you have submitted your application, you have may take up to 6 months to 1 year before a decision is been made on the application. So this was the express entry draw which was held in the last 1 week. There were no other express entry related draw held in the last 2 weeks. That's the only draw we had from the last 2 weeks. Then we have British Columbia had their, that's because I'm just discussing the draws first which were held, then we will be taking up the other update we have in the session. The next one we will be discussing will be from British Columbia. They held their PNP draw on 10th of May. There were people were invited into 3 different categories. Although those categories were not like the numbers which were invited were not very big, but still BC is one of the provinces where people are to plan to move. And the good thing is BC have their own PNP program like the other province, and they are very, very regular in their draw. So the one we have is what there were 126 people invited, where the score was around 85. The people who were invited in the skilled worker class and international graduates. So these were the people who were invited in this British Columbia draw. And as I said, 126 people invited with a minimum score of 85. So how does this draw basically work? If you are in British Columbia or if you are interested to move to British Columbia, first of all, you need to create your profile in the British Columbia PNP system, and through that system, you may be invited. Although there are draws which are linked to express entry for which you don't have to make a separate profile, but British Columbia, mostly their PNP are individual. You have to create your expression of interest on their website, on the BC PNP website, and depending on your score and when the draws are being held, you will be sent an invite and you will be invited to attend. To submit your application under those PNP draws. And once you submit it, it may take longer. First of all, you have to get your PNP approved. Once your PNP approved, then you apply to federal government for your express entry class, for your permanent residency application, and that may take up to 1 year to 1.5 years right now in pandemic before the application can be processed. Other than this draw, there were 2 more categories under which the people were invited. Again, the number was not very big, but 20 people were invited under healthcare stream and 20 another clients were invited under early childhood educator program. So if you are a nurse, if you are looking to someone who wants to come to Canada and get settled down here, that is one of the draw which was held for the healthcare worker. And also if you are early childhood educator, if you have done your education into early childhood, that may be a draw to look forward to. As I said, the number was not very big, only 20 and plus 20 people were invited under both the streams. As I said, not a big number, but yes, still one of the options to consider if you are a nurse, a healthcare worker, or if you are an early childhood educator. This could be a draw which could get you your permanent residency in Canada. So this is something you can look forward to. These were the only draw we will be discussing in this show. One was the express entry draw which we just discussed, and the other was the PNP. There was no other draw held in the last 2 weeks. So not too much happening around with the draws. Things are moving very slowly. Things have, in fact, slowly. Let's talk about how slow they are. In fact, the backlog of IRCC, which was around 1.8 million in the beginning of the year, or even by February it was 1.8 million, that has grown beyond 2.1 million. So more than 300,000 applications have gone into the system, which are now pending to be decided. So the backlog is definitely increasing. Very concerning for the clients, for sure. It is taking much longer than the normal time to process any category of application right now. In fact, if we talk about visitor visa, the visitor visa which have started coming in the span of 3 months to 2 to 3 weeks to 6 weeks is even taking more than that now. So all category of application have been impacted. And as I said, now the processing time has grown. And definitely the backlog has been more than 2.1 million applications, which is definitely concerning. It is something which is bothering the client, the consultant, the lawyers, everybody, because we are not expecting that, because there may be people under a different category which have been waiting for the decision to be made. For example, for spousal application, it is not a good indication because more the processing time, that means definitely you will not be able to reunite with your family on time. So the delays are happening, and it's unfortunate to see that the backlog, rather than being getting reduced, it has grown and grown past 2.1 million application, which is 21 lakh application pending under all category. So if you're not talking about one particular category, these are the number of applications pending with IRCC under all the category of application. When we talk about all the categories, your visitor visa, study permit, your PR application, your spousal application, your citizenship application, all are a part of this 2.1 million application. It seems to be very challenging for IRCC to uh, reduce that backlog, but the immigration minister have mentioned in last week that the normal processing time are expected to be achieved hopefully by the end of this year, if not in the first quarter of 2023. There may be another 1 year. It's a hard time for the immigration industry where people have been inviting, like submitting their application, not getting their invites. Definitely is not positive vibes, and clients who have been applying for the application and not getting the decisions being made on their application are concerned about their application when it will be decided, and it is taking very long time as compared to any normal application we used to do before pandemic. Yes, the scenario was different, but right now is totally different, and we are not in a good situation. The IRCC is trying to reduce the backlog, but it has not yet been able to do it. They have not succeeded. Unfortunately, the backlog has grown by more than 300,000 applications in the last 2-3 months. Let's see. Let's hope that they are able to reduce the processing time back to the normal standard time by end of 2022. The good news for people for express entry class here is that as per the announcement we made, all the new applications which will be started, the draw will be starting now from July 2022, and the announcement being made is that all those new express entry applications will be decided within the 6 month processing time, which is, as I said, is really good indication that IRCC will try to definitely, and a great news for clients who will be submitted their application in this draw. Yes, it will be hard to see what will be. What we have to look forward and see is what will be the score. What will be the score of the CRS when the draw resumes in July? July is not far off now. We're almost in the end of May, and June will be starting up, and July. And definitely, we are just more than around 40-50 days away, maybe from the first draw, which will be held under express entry. Just to let you know, under CEC call draw, there have been no draws since September 2022, 2021, and there have been no FSW draw since December 2020. So it is going to be exciting. July is just coming just around the corner now. Get yourself into the pool. Contact us if you want your profile to be into the pool. You have to be, because all you need to make sure is you don't have to wait for your draw to resume. There is one way how the CEC draw, express entry draw, which is called tiebreaker rule. So how does that work? Is, say example, if you are submitting your profile today and one of your friend or relative is submitting the same profile after 15 days, if the draw has been held at the same score, then the person who has submitted the profile earlier will have a chance of getting an invite as compared to the person who was waiting for the next 10-20 days. So the advice for you right now will be exactly go ahead and create your profile into the express entry pool. Very important. If you're not creating your profile into the express entry pool now, you may be very late and you may miss the tiebreaker rules. So my advice to you will be create your express entry profile ASAP, as soon as possible. Before July, you should be into the pool. You may never know, there may be a surprise coming up. When they open up the profile, maybe the score drops dramatically, or you may even see a high score. We never know, but you can only expect to be invited if you are into the pool. If you are not into the pool, then definitely there are no chance you will be invited. So it's better you are into the pool, create your profile. If you need any help or suggestion, we are there to help you. If you need to know how you can increase your score in the CRS, we are definitely there to help you and guide you how you can do that. There are a lot of ways through which you can increase your CRS score, but you have to make sure that you are into the pool. If you are not into the pool, then definitely there is no chance you have that you will be sent any invite and you will be able to apply under the CEC class or FSW or candidate experience class. So get into the pool as soon as possible before July so that you stand a best chance for you to be qualified under the stream and getting yourself invited and applying for your permanent residency thereafter. So now this was about express entry, the processing time, the draw we have, the backlog we have already discussed for the application which has grown beyond 2.1 million. Now let us talk about international students who are in Canada or outside Canada both. Let us talk about students who are already in Canada and looking for an onshore admission. Contact us. We do represent a lot of universities and colleges across GTA and across Canada. If you are looking for any admission guidance for onshore student and offshore, we assist in both. But if you are in Canada already and want to start up your second program in September, or if you are looking forward to not just for second program, if you are stuck somewhere in the program you are doing and not liking the place you are at, you want to move to campus in GTA and want to do your education here, because sometimes some people do get not get a positive vibe if they're outside GTA, if they're away from their family and friends. Yes, we have got seats available for fall 2022 for onshore student seats are available in Brampton, Mississauga, Toronto, all the campuses the seats are available. So if you are somewhere in Canada and looking for onshore admission, we can definitely guide you and get you the admission. We have no processing charges for onshore application, no processing charges for LOA, and you can even get your offer letter in 24 hours. Sometimes we are able to get you an offer letter within 24 hours, which is a very, very quick processing time, turnaround time. The contact our office in Brampton. We will be happy to assist you. Get your admissions in fall 2022. Either you've come to a private institution, you want to move to a public, or you are already into public, finishing your 1 year program and wanting to start another year program, or if you're somebody, as I said, who is outside GTA and looking for a second year program or a new program to start in GTA, contact us. Our office in Brampton will help you getting admissions. We don't charge any charges. There's no charges for the processing fee of this category, and you can apply for your LOA without paying any processing charge to us. But yes, if there is any college application fee that need to be paid, other than that, we don't charge a single penny to process your application. We assure you and guarantee you your admission and get your application processed in 24 hours in one of the two colleges which are available for GTA campuses. So that was for the admissions. For offshore now, if you're outside India and looking to come into Canada, want to come and study here in Canada, we have got options available for you. Fall 2022 is still open. In fact, January 2023 is also open now. So if you have missed out on fall 2022 in one or the other, your desired college or a program, we have got now seats open up for January 2022. Hurry up, contact us of our office. We have an office in Karnal and Kushetra. We can assist you and help you getting admissions there, getting your application process. We can also apply for a study permit, and once those get approved, you can contact us in Canada and we provide all the services till you don't get your PR. We are with you. Even in fact, if you don't get your citizenship, we are with you. We can help you and guide you in all category of application. But once you're in Canada, you will be requiring different services. You came here on a study permit. Maybe you came here as single or married. Now you want to invite your spouse. We do spousal open work permit application in a big way. We have got big volume, big number, very high success rate in spousal open work permit. So that could be some service you might need once you got your study permit. And even in fact, if you are here and now you want to invite your parents for your convocation or a visitor visa, we help in that. If you're already here as a PR, you want to invite your parents on a super visa, you can contact us for super visa too. So there are a lot of category people need our services in. and we do try to give you the best service possible. Yes, we cannot influence the result. We don't commit that we'll get you 100% of visa, but yes, the chances will be high because the presentation will be good. The documents which IRCC need will be in your application. Rest, still the decision still lies on the IRCC officer to decide. But yes, we can definitely help you in all categories of application. Even once you are in Canada, we can help you in all the services you need. As I said, starting from spousal open work permit till your PR application, your citizenship application, we can help you in all those regards in processing all categories of application till you are not a citizen in Canada. We can assist you in all the services as much as possible. So we have discussed now for spousal PR application. If you are already in Canada as a PR or a citizen, you want to invite your spouse on a PR application, we can assist you in that too. The normal processing time now is around 12 months for PR spousal application, which was higher during the pandemic. They have tried to reduce it, and now it is as low as less than 12 months. Also, the decision have been made, which is a quick turnaround time. Even if you are in Canada, the application can be processed under in Canada class category application. In fact, under that class, you can also apply for your work permit. So that's how, and remind all your PR application in the process. That is something we can again help you achieve that target and make sure you are able to grow up that target for yourself. So this is how we basically help all the clients with all the services we can provide. As I said, we can help you in study permit, work permit, PR application, spousal PR, citizenship application, any category of application you talk about, we can help you and assist you in that. We have got few questions here. I'll just answer them. I can see there are not too many people who have posted the question today, but I still invite you and still live for another 5-10 minutes. If you have any question, you can post it into the comment section. Just post it there and I'll answer that for you live right away. How can you, good morning from a lot of people here, good morning to all of you. Then we have got a client asking, how long can the CRS score go? How low? Okay, how low can it go? Okay, we have seen the CRS score going as low as 75 in pandemic. Although that was one time, I don't expect a score to ever drop to that level again. But I may be wrong, but we have seen that happening. Even 75 was not anybody expected in the whole industry, even the clients, nobody was aware that this is something of that will be happening, but that it happened. So it can drop as low as 75, but talking about when the new draw resumes in July 2022, you never know. We have to wait and watch. The expectation right now is high for the score to go because when the draw resumes, there are a lot of people into the pool who are scoring more than 500 and they are still waiting to be invited because there have been no draw held from last 1.5 years almost. So the score, the immediate score when the draw resumes in July for the Cs, for the express entry class, FSW, we go beyond 500 till it's again drop down after the few draws by the end of this year hopefully. And for CEC, something we have to look forward to. CEC is something we have heard a lot about that. The immigration minister is working towards finding a pathway for a temporary foreign worker and international students where maybe there are separate draws coming for them, maybe they are frequent draws coming under CEC for them. That is something we have to look forward starting from July at how the things are going to look like once the draw resumes in July. Talking about that, there was an announcement made a few weeks ago by IRCC that all the international students whose work permit is expiring, between starting from January 2022 to December 22, they all will have get an extension of 18 months. Extension will be granted, but we are getting a lot of inquiries that when will that start? We want to apply for the work permit. My work permit has already expired or is expiring soon. So the update is we are still waiting for the next update from IRCC on this. We were told that it will be starting somewhere in June. So June is just around the corner. We are almost at the end of May right now. So June is just around the corner and we are assuming that it will going to start somewhere in the middle of June. You will be able to submit application for that category also. Now we have got Amrit Raj. Hi Amrit. There's a question. I have submitted express entry under PNP in November 2021. Medical and biometric in December still doesn't get any update. Okay. Okay. Amar, right now, basically, the processing time is something I would not like to comment on. It's definitely taking much longer than what's the normal processing standard time were. But because of pandemic, because of this war between Ukraine and Russia and Canadian immigration processing more of Ukrainian application. Before that, they started application more of Afghanistan application when that happened. So that has further delayed the processing time. So there is no set time frame right now on any category of application. Category of application you talk about. So the better idea is just wait, be patient. Definitely they will be working on your application. You can expect a decision to be coming anytime because you know it can come anytime, any moment, but there is no set time frame or something I can comment on or explain you that how exactly it's gonna or when, how long it's gonna take. So be patient, wait for it, and definitely something will be coming for you soon. Then we have Sachin. Hi Vishal, is it true that not much of LMI approval given these days compared to the last year and before? No, Sachin, I don't agree to that. In fact, we have been getting LMI approval very frequently now. Every month we are getting around 10 to 15 LMI being approved. So I'll deny that fact that it is taking us longer or the refusal rate is high. I don't agree to that, Sachin. The decisions are coming. We have got almost all the LMI applications we are submitting are getting approved. I haven't seen any refusal coming up for our client. So the things are moving quick. In fact, in the LMIA, there have been a lot of relaxation been done recently under temporary foreign worker stream, which is basically a good sign for foreign worker, temporary foreign worker, if they are looking to start up their work in Canada. This may be the best time to apply if for the LMI, get that approved, apply for your work permit, be here, and start working on the job. So yes, all I want to say here is we are getting good results on the LMI equation and even quicker results. So I don't agree that it is delayed or the decisions are not coming positive. Thanks. I hope Sachin that answers your question. Then I have a question from Nana. If the person is in Guyana and can you help him to apply for study permit in Canada? Yes, why not? We can help anywhere across the globe, wherever you are. If you are looking for study permit application or maybe work permit application, PR application, we can definitely help you in any category of application. Even if you are if you're in any part of the world, we can help you. So if you're in Guyana, that's definitely we can help you in that too. Then we have Rohit Roy asking, hello, I have applied for a PGD post-graduation diploma course in George Brown College for fall training on 12th March. Have you let yet? Any suggestion how it can get faster? Okay. Rohit, every college has their own processing time. George Brown does take a bit of time, but I think for your one it's too big a time now because you said you applied for fall and you applied on 12th of March, which is approximately more than 2 months ago. A normal average processing time of application is 4 to 6 weeks from any of the colleges, except few which take even longer than that. But an average standard time is 4 to 6 weeks. So I assume, yes, you can contact your consultant or the college asking for the update, and they may be able to do some help you in that regard. But the normal average process is definitely more than the average normal processing time of the college. So you should definitely get in touch with your agent or with the college directly to figure it out what stage your application is at and when are you expecting a decision on your study, on your LOA application you have submitted. Then we have a question from Sujit Brahmanik. Hello sir, good morning sir. Please can you help with one information? Most of the application from India who got rejected from Abu Dhabi visa office. The reason is immigration status and home type, but they are working with valid work permit visa in GCC country. Okay, so Sujit, what I can comment here is definitely we have seen this that if you are outside your home country and you're applying for any visa for the Canada, we have seen this that the visa success rate is not very high. I don't know what's the reason behind it. I agree to the point. Whichever country you are, you have a valid work permit or study permit. But I don't know how IRCC evaluate this thing. Basically, what they're trying to say is that you are not in your home country and you're already working somewhere and you want to go to a third country like Canada, that shows that you don't have a good tie-up and you don't want to go back. You want to just come and work here, which is, there's no harm. Canada has been promoting temporary foreign worker program, LMIs, everything, and definitely people who are coming here would like to work and get settled down. I don't know why the rejection comes with that reason that you have immigration tie and you will not go back. I think IRCC already understand that people who are coming here on a work permit or study permit, they don't want to go back. In fact, IRCC have their own programs which make them qualify under PR path, PR for one or the other category. But still, it's very surprising to see those sort of refusals. Unfortunately, there's nothing much we can or I can do about it. But we have seen that, and I agree to your point. What I suggest to my client is, in this circumstances, to apply for your visitor or study permit from your home country. So if you are, for example, if you're in Dubai, go back to your home country in India and then apply for your visa. The chances are higher. Again, don't know what sense does that make, but that's how what my experience says. That will give you much more chance of getting an approval as compared to applying for your visa from a third country where you have a temporary status right now. So bottom line is, be in your home country where you permanently are from, where you were born, where you're citizen from, and apply from there. The chances are higher. Have, as I said, not have a valid reason why that happened, but that's exactly what it is, and that is what I can tell you from experience. Yes, exactly, that's how it is happening. Sujit, I think, I hope I answered your question. Then I've got Sunny. Manitoba PNP no draw since July 2024 for Expo 24. Is there any chance to happen this in the near future? Sunny, yes. PNP draws are something which a lot of provinces have been inviting people for to pandemic, after pandemic, and even pre-pandemic. But there are few draws which get stuck. I know Manitoba has not invited anyone from Expo Century, but they have been having draw where they have been inviting people outside Expo Century pool through their own expression of interest system. Those people have been invited. Sometimes maybe it doesn't make sense for a province to invite people from one category of or one stream of application. They may try the other streams through which maybe what they need is more talent. The need and requirement of the PNP or the province do change, right? So depending on the need or the requirement of the province, they decide on what draws to be held and which not to be held. What is the actual labor shortage in the province, and what sort of and what sort of people they would like to invite and want to be part of the province. So yes, there has been no draw, but chances are definitely the draws will resume one day or the other. But when exactly, it's hard to say or comment from from a consultant perspective. It's totally up to the province to decide. Whenever they think there is a need of people to be invited for one or the other category of draw, they will definitely send an invite, and you will definitely get your application approved. So I think I've answered all the questions here, and we have also discussed and taken care of all the update from the last 2 weeks. So we will be wrapping up our show now. We will be live back again next Friday, 11 a.m. Till then, we have to say goodbye. This is a long weekend here. Just to let my client and viewers know, we will be off on Monday for Victoria Day. Nobody will be available to take up your call. But we will be back again in working on. We are working today and tomorrow, and we will be just having off a Saturday, and Sunday and Monday will be off. Tuesday we will be coming back and joining the office, and you can contact us back again from Tuesday 10 a.m. as per our normal office hour. So as I said, we will be wrapping up the session. So thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for asking your questions. I hope I was able to answer all of them. If I have still missed on something, or if something comes up to your mind later, contact us through email, through a Facebook page, through an Instagram page. Contact us, and we will be happy to assist you in any category of application you're looking for. We do assist clients in all category of applications like study permit, work permit, PR application, spousal PR application, express entry, citizenship application, super visa, visitor visa. Any category you talk about, we do all categories of application. So thank you all for joining in. See you all next Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8:30 p.m. India time. Till then, have a good rest of the day and the evening. Have a great weekend. Have a great long weekend in Canada, and we will see you live back again next Friday. Till then, goodbye and see you soon.